Hey everybody, Keith Hilson at the Trombone Shop at Schmidt Music. So this is the first video of a new series of daily practice tips we're going to be doing. Right now, a lot of us are home a lot more than we used to be, and that means that we hopefully have got some extra time to spend with our instruments. Hopefully we're spending some more time practicing. So the idea here with our daily practice tips are just giving you little ideas to think about while you're practicing, different concepts to consider, hopefully different things that we can use for us to help keep improving as trombone players, as low brass players, as musicians. So the first concept I want to talk about today is, for me, the most important concept: breathing. For us as brass players, air is everything. If we're not putting air into our instruments, it doesn't work, just nothing happens. And if we don't use our air efficiently, if we're not using it the right way, a lot of times we're making our life much more difficult. Now, there are any number of different ways we can think about breathing, what we're doing with our body while we're breathing. The idea that I use that's been really helpful for me and a lot of my students is the idea of expansion breathing, or 3D breathing. So this is the idea that when we inhale, our whole upper torso, everything expands outwards. It expands to the front, it expands to the side, it expands to the back, and it allows everything. It allows the lungs and the rib cage, everything to move outward. So when I breathe in, I drop my jaw so I can move that air easily, efficiently, and I allow everything to expand outward. Now, when we breathe like this, when we exhale, we don't have to push the air nearly as much because the body is returning back to center. The body is helping us to move that air, and very often it's much more controlled than if we were trying to push the air. It's more even, and we actually have more control over the speed of the air, the volume of air that we are putting into the instrument. So, again, this expansion breath, dropping the jaw, everything expands outward, staying nice and upright. We exhale, everything comes back to the middle, but we don't collapse. We keep everything nice and upright. And most importantly, when we're inhaling, exhaling, breathing, we don't want to have tension. We shouldn't be feeling anything tight. We don't want to get the neck getting tight. We don't want to be creating tension here or frankly anywhere in our body, because tension means that our body starts to close things down. Very often for us as brass players, if we get tense, the first thing that happens, it starts to choke off the air supply. And once that air supply starts to get choked off, things become more difficult, we get more tense, and it just becomes the cycle. So keeping everything very, very centered and open, tension-free, inhaling, exhaling here. So take an idea. If you get a moment during your practice routine today, think about your breathing. How am I breathing? Can I use this idea? Or maybe there's a different way I want to think about it, but thinking about that breathing and thinking about the importance of it. So I hope this daily tip was helpful for you. Keep an eye out for more of these as we come along here. So have a great day and happy music making.